Welcome to Thrilled Thrifter. My name is Julie, and today we are back thrifting in Goodwill. I do have a fun little find for y'all today. I'm going to share it with you here shortly and show you how I'm using it, but I'm also going to give you several ideas on how you could use something like this if you find something similar in the thrift store as well. It is such a fun little find. But anyway, let's go up and down this aisle and see what we can find on the shelves, and then I'll share with you what I brought home on this day. So I hope that y'all enjoy this little thrifting trip in Goodwill. And I don't know how much this cost a retail. Maybe some of y'all know, but I, again, had sticker shock. This is a different Goodwill from the other day, but y'all, $20.29. This thing must be super expensive in the retail store for Goodwill to have it for $20. Okay, and I do not know about y'all, but we have a little beach trip planned this winter. We have never been to the beach in the wintertime, but we are going to try it out this year, just trying to do something different. But those little cages that I just showed you, if you've ever been to the beach and your kid begged and cried and wanted you to buy them one of those crabs that comes in one of those cages, you know how expensive they are. So I should have grabbed that little cage so that the kids could have used that to put sand and shells and all that kind of stuff in. But I ended up leaving it because I thought, well, what if it's too cold and there's not going to be any crabs in the stores or anything like that? I don't know. Y'all let me know. I don't live on the beach, so I'm curious to know, should I have grabbed those for the beach trip? This aisle here was packed full of some fun stuff. Like, it had wallpaper, toolboxes, those little tin boxes that people use a lot of times to keep cash in if they're having a garage sale or something. Y'all, they just had all kind of fun finds here on this aisle, but you definitely had to dig for stuff. So I had to kind of stop and move things around, look underneath stuff, but there were some pretty good little treasures on this aisle. So I hope that everyone's Christmas season is going well so far. I know that this can also be a very hard season for some people, so definitely know that you are prayed for. I also wanted to ask, how many of you are finished with your Christmas shopping? Because I am not. Me being sick this last week, and I'm still kind of recovering from that, has definitely thrown me behind. I am usually finished and wrapped up by now. So let me know, am I alone? Has anybody else got any more Christmas shopping to do? I feel like I am just so behind this year. When I spotted this right here, I thought that this was some sort of basket. I wasn't really sure. So when I picked it up, I noticed that it had a plug on it. So y'all, why in the world does this basket have a plug on it? I think something tells me that maybe this held some sort of rollers, like back in the older days. Did they heat their rollers up for their hair and something like that? I'm not really sure. That is the only thing that I can think of that basket there would have been used for. It was kind of fun to see this wallpaper here, y'all. We used some of this exact wallpaper in our house. All you have to do is wet the back and then you put it on the wall. We have paneling in our house, so we used some of that to kind of make it look like one of the walls was textured in one of our girls' rooms, and it is still holding up to this day, like almost 20 years later. It is held up so well. So if you have paneling walls and you want to try to cover it up and make it look textured, definitely get you some of that wallpaper if you see it out at the thrift store, because it works so well. Wowza, that is a red toolbox, y'all. And you may be wondering, why in the world did you get that toolbox? It is so red, so in your face. Like, what are you going to do with that? Well, I am not going to use this for tools. I'm probably going to use this, and I say probably because I haven't tried it yet. But if I do like it where I decide to put it, I'm going to show y'all a clip of that at the very end. But y'all, I could not. This is a completely metal toolbox, and I think it excuse me, I get excited. I think it originally came like this. This does not look like something that has been painted red. This looks like the original color on it. Right there it says J, it's either a C or a G, J.C. Higgins. It says Sears Roebuck, made in USA. Y'all, that's a vintage piece, I think. And you can just tell by the wear and the tear here that that's not painted, I don't think. I think that this is just the original color. I mean, like, look at the bottom. And it's just been used, wore out, and loved on. It was $4.29. And I am definitely, I've mentioned this before, trying to bring in Christmas and Christmas colors without just having a bunch of, you know, Hobby Lobby Santas or Hobby Lobby signs. Now, I did do a pretty big Hobby Lobby haul, but most of that was ornaments and greenery type stuff, like garlands and things to put in pictures to make, like, not floral arrangements, but like Christmassy arrangements, and like little tiny wreaths, just a lot of stuff like that. So most of my stuff from Hobby Lobby was a lot of things like that, like small Christmas trees, not necessarily a lot of decor, just mostly the greenery type stuff. So I thought that this just might be perfect to add that red Christmas color, that little touch somewhere. I'm not really sure yet where this is gonna go. Like I've said in several videos, when I'm doing this haul, some of these things are not in place, but I'm gonna play around with where I want to put some of this after I get finished filming, and then I will film where it actually ended up. So I was super excited to get this. And you know what, I've actually been wanting a toolbox just for myself to put the things in that I use the most in the house, like a hammer and nails, because I'm always moving things around. So after Christmas, I might actually use this as a toolbox. I know I said I wasn't, but now that I'm thinking about it, the quality on this, I'm not going to be able to tear it up probably. This is good quality. So let me play around with this for a minute, and I'll put on the screen here whether or not I was able to find a spot for this, and then I'll show y'all if I did, what it all looks like. So something else I wanted to share with y'all real quick, I meant to mention this a while ago but I forgot, is that you can use things like this also to make a little kit for kids. You can put like colors and stickers and markers and little notepads and things like that in there. You can use this as a little sewing kit or a sewing box. And I also thought about using this as a first aid kit because it's the bright red. You could, you know, put first aid on it, something like that. So yeah, again, y'all know, and I repeat myself all the time because there are new followers, but look at things differently than what their intended purpose is. You can use things in so many different ways if you just get creative and think literally outside the toolbox. All right, that's going to wrap up today's thrifting trip to Goodwill. Thank y'all so much for coming shopping with me today. We hope that y'all have a wonderful evening. We love y'all, and I'll see you back here tomorrow with a brand new video.